What's up guys, and welcome to the channel, and wow am I excited to be bringing you this one. We have a mega news update thanks to the community manager of Battlefront 2, Ben Walk. This video is going to be talking about all the Battlefront 2 news and its new form of communication called the community transmission, as well as some stuff from the upcoming patch notes, including a new game mode, season 2 updates, some of the new appearances you can expect with the patch, game improvements, balancing, bugs and tweaks, and finally a small Q&A which has some very interesting answers and questions, including one about Clone Wars. So be sure to watch all the way through the video so you don't miss out on any of that info. First up, we get a new game mode. If you haven't seen it yet, there will be a video on my channel posted at the same time as this one discussing the new game mode that has been announced for Battlefront 2, and it's called Ewok Hunt. The video gives a full breakdown of the setting and how the game mode works, so definitely jump over and check that out on the channel after this because it is really a funny concept and it's really enjoyable. Myself and the other game changers got to test this out while we were in Stockholm, Sweden last month, and it was really fun, but it is definitely much better than Jetpack Cargo. So if that's something you guys are interested in checking out, I will leave a card up on the screen for you to click on and you guys can check that video out as well. Now we have a lot to cover, so let's get moving. First off, let's talk about the announced skins that have now been directly confirmed by Battlefront 2 community manager Ben Walk. The addition of new appearances are some of the most requested items to date amongst the Battlefront 2 community, and DICE is pleased to confirm that more are on the way starting this month. So here's what's arriving in this update for the heroes. There will be a wounded Chewbacca skin with the arm patch, scarred Kylo Ren with the patch over his scar, Administrator Lando from Bespin, which is going to be his blue outfit, Commander Iden, which is her with no helmet on, a hooded Yoda skin with his hood pulled up obviously, and that is really a cool one. I'm definitely going to look at getting that. Endor Leia and Endor Han, which makes sense after the Hoth appearances were released. It's such a classic skin and I think everybody is going to want that at some point. It's also going to be cool if Leia does have her helmet and poncho on that she was wearing on the speeder in that scene on Endor. That would be really cool as well. And finally we get Arc-2 Rey. Now I don't know if this is going to be her skin with the poncho or it's going to be her high collared vest look. There were two options on Arc-2, so it'll be definitely interesting to see what they do with that. Now heroes aren't the only ones getting some new appearances, as troopers are also going to be receiving some brand new looks. This is something that many of you have been asking for, so we can't wait to see them in action across the galaxy. In total there are 40 new trooper appearances, including new officer appearances for the First Order and the Empire. Rebels will be receiving appearances across all trooper classes, including the Heavy Quarren Rebel and the Twi'lek Specialist. There will also be the Heavy Zabrak and a Duros Officer, which are two of the appearances you'll have available when playing as the Resistance. Moving on to game improvements, in the next update you will be able to convert crafting parts to skill points. Simply head into the collections menu, select the hero, class or vehicle of your choosing, and you'll be able to purchase skill points using your already existing crafting parts. One skill point will cost around 40 crafting parts, which for most of you, if you're like me, have saved up 2,000 crafting parts, is a whole bunch of skill points, so I'm going to look to max out a lot of my different troopers and also heroes. Winning a round will now provide you with a small bonus to the credits you earn, making those wins that little bit extra valuable. A great way to earn some additional credits towards the appearance you have your eyes on is to win every round. So guys, that's awesome now that we have bonus credits for winning. It will definitely make people want to play the objectives so much more to get those extra credits to spend on the 50 new skins. There will also be daily challenges for different emotes, and two that were mentioned were the Chosen One and the Peekaboo emote as well. Next up, we're going to talk about balancing, bugs, and tweaks. Over the last couple of weeks, Iden has been absolutely OP, and the consensus amongst the community has been that her stun droid was active for way too long. As a result of this, DICE has removed the double stun from her droid, but we have also increased the stun duration from 0.5 to 0.9 seconds. The original intent was to give players a chance to roll away from the second stun and provide some skill reward. This became confusing and rarely did it play out as they originally intended. What they did see was players being stunned for a total of 2.3 seconds, which usually resulted in a defeat. There have also been some tweaks to the core combat system. DICE have improved the melee combat responsiveness for all attacks, including things like lightsabers and Phasma's staff attack. There's also been an improvement to timing for effects, audio, camera shake, and the application of damage has now now been aligned to the expected moment of the impact to make the melee combat experience tighter and to reduce the feeling of latency. This makes me super happy because one thing that will definitely be more fun is using lightsaber heroes now. With that smooth swinging lightsaber action, it will make for epic duels and an all-around better feel, similar to what we had in the beta. Moving on is the part you've all been waiting for. It is the Season 2 update. I'm going to read to you what the blog post said, so here we go. We know that there has been a lot of discussion within our community about the release of Season 2, and we can confirm that yes, it is coming. As many of you have suspected, all our focus was on the progression system, as we felt this was the most important improvement to the game that we needed to make. As we move forward with Star Wars Battlefront 2, there are going to be two types of content updates that will be releasing. The first is in the same style as the Night on Endor update, which is the patch that's releasing on April 18th, and the second is going to be Seasons. Seasons will focus around a specific theme, such as a new Star Wars film or an anniversary in the Star Wars universe, and it will usually span multiple months. In March, we launched the progression update. April is going to be the Night on Endor patch, and moving forward, we're committed to keeping up the cadence of content updates. We can confirm, however, that Season 2 will be coming in May, and you'll get more details a little closer to the time. So guys, there you have it. Season 2 is definitely coming in May, and it will hopefully be early May if you're like me and praying for that. Although there is no official confirmation on what it will be, it's definitely something to keep an eye out for, and I think it's kind of leaning a little bit more towards a solo season now, but hopefully there still is a chance for Clone Wars content at some point near the future. So stay tuned to the channel for any further updates on Seasons. Lastly, let's get into the Q&A. Question 1, when can we hear more about Season 2? We just discussed this, but I'm going to read the answer anyway. The answer was, as many of our community have suspected, the progression update was given our primary focus. Season 2 is on the way, and we can confirm that you'll hear more about this in early May. So there you go guys, reinforcement of an early May release or announcement for Season 2. Question number 2 was leveling hero starfighters is very slow. Are there any plans to address this? The answer was we're currently looking at a few ways to address it. It is on our radar. Question number 3 was, are there any plans to replace the in-game holographic effect? And the answer was yes, there is. You will hear and more importantly see more in action soon. We're aiming for the first look at this to go live at the same time Season 2 arrives. As always though, things are subject to change, but this is our current target date. Now if you don't know what they're talking about there guys, that is when you spawn in that 10-second countdown screen, and also in the collections menu where your character looks like they're in a hologram. That will be replaced with a regular image of that character. Question number 4 was, many people would love to see Starfighter Assault get added to arcade. Is this something we can expect in the future? The answer was, we share the same love for Starfighter Assault, as a lot of our community do. While we have nothing to announce in terms of dates, this is something we are actively looking at. Question number 5, spending skill points pre-round would be an excellent quality of life addition to the game. Currently it's frustrating having to back out of a game just to spend them. Are there any plans? The answer was, we agree and fully support this. The current goal is to also have this implemented at the same time Season 2 arrives. Question 6, and this is an interesting one guys, can we expect to see something Clone Wars related in the future? The answer was, we hear you and will update you on anything Clone Wars related in the future. That's a little bit vague, and I still have hope that we will get Clone Wars at some point soon, but right now they're not giving too many answers away. Question number 7 was, communication is something that the community has been requesting more of. What are your thoughts now that the new progression update is out? The answer was, we appreciate that communication has probably not been at the level our players have wanted. The community transmission update is a first step towards improving on that. We will continue to strive to be better, and if we falter, we're sure our community will let us know. So guys, a lot of awesome info in that Q&A, including what seemed like the devs might be working on Clone Wars content. They definitely know it's a huge part of what the community wants to see, so this hopefully comes around very soon. Also, Season 2 arriving early in May at this point is extremely exciting, and there was also some Starfighter and communication answers. This new form of communication through these transmissions is really awesome, and hopefully they come out more frequently rather than having to keep up with every single dev's tweets here or there that get posted occasionally. This will be much better to have an official document that everyone can see. So guys, what are you most excited for? Personally, the improvement in communication, Season 2 coming in May, Ewok hunt, and finally some Clone Wars answers really has me pumped for what the future of this game holds. Remember, the patches on April 18th for cosmetics and Ewok hunt will be included in that also. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up and comment down below what you're looking forward to most. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for all the breaking Battlefront 2 news as soon as it's announced. Thank you all so much for watching. I am the Twisted Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.